So can you state your name and your occupation?
For sure. Alright, let me record. Hey, I'm Laz Patillo, stand-up comedian, writer, performer. I just be out here.
My name's Kim Whitfield, Kim or Whitfield, because people call me both. And my occupation, I actually get paid to make comedy, so that's pretty cool. I'm a comedy producer and performer.
What do you produce for?
So I'm the managing producer at the IO Theater that pays the bizzles, but I also independently produce my own shows and projects around the city with my friends, and we make cool shit.
I know.
We don't have to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's put it on the table.
I'm totally fine.
So, Billy here, Billy masturbates like every boy at his age, his right age of 17 does. And I happen to catch. I caught a glimpse.
I don't understand why we have to record this for your video diary. Like, okay, if you want to get this down, but like, why do I have to be? I'm traumatized. You know, I did stand up back in a time when I had some, you know, self-confidence and a better worldview. And that was real cute. That was about maybe a year or two. And I guess, I don't know, if I'm feeling crazy enough, I'll get on stage. But as far as comedy in general, I've been honestly blessed to say that I've been doing it since high school. My school, we had a theater department.
For right now, like 4 years. It's actually going on year 4, 2023.
So how did you get into stand-up?
So I just started off knowing that I wanted to do comedy or something creative. So like, at first I started off in film, and then in 2019, a friend of mine did an improv class, and then I ended up joining them, and then the rest is history. So I started stand-up around the same time, and I just been kind of like bouncing around between those two, did a little sketch. I'm not doing that great. I just got some bad news. So the bad news I got was that I just found out that I am clinically poor. So for those of you who are wondering what clinically poor is, it's basically like when you get your therapist, you get your doctor together, and they realize like the root of all your problems is that you is a broke ass nigga.
So how long did it take you to know people in the scene?
How long did it take me to know people in the city?
Just, you know, I see that you just popped in, you know, guest spots and shit like that.
Yeah, like in the comedy scene?
Yeah.
Man, that's a great question. How long did it take me to feel like I kind of like broke in? I would probably say like, started in 2019, so and then of course the pandemic happened, so that put a delay out on stuff. So like 2021, I was floating around a little bit, and then like I didn't really start like getting like a decent amount of like opportunity into where I'm like on a name-to-name basis with like a decent amount of people to like 2022. So that's like 3 years maybe. So yeah, it took me about 3 years to really feel like comfortable, like, okay, like I do this, you know.
When you first started, did you mimic any comedians?
Oh man, that's a great question. Yeah, I mimicked Tony Baker, I mimicked Hannibal Buress, I mimicked Godfrey. Man, yeah, I think those are like the major 3 I would do. I even threw in some like Kevin Hart stuff, Chappelle stuff, like you name it. Yeah, I definitely kind of like, when I started off like writing jokes, it would be like, man, this sounds like something that Hannibal Buress would say, or like this sounds like something like one of my favorite comedians would say. So like, I think that was kind of like my rule of thumb, like what's some shit that they would say to make me laugh. So and then eventually I just started like developing my own voice and stuff. So
all right. So those are your inspirations, or do you have any other?
Yeah, I would say those are like some of my main inspirations. I would say I really like Tony Baker because he's just punchline based. It's like, you know, some people tell stories, some people tell a lot about their personal life. I'm kind of more like on the Tony Baker thing, I would say. I just like to tell punchlines and just get those funny words in there, those like little quotables, you know. Inspiration wise though, I would say, I don't know. I think I got any other inspirations, I would say those are probably the main ones.
My inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration is gonna be Miss Issa Rae. Love Issa Rae as a fellow awkward black girl. That was truly one of the first times that I saw myself represented in mass media and on television. I would also say Jessica Williams. She's another brilliant comedian and actress as well. Beautiful black woman, another tall, goofy girl. And yeah, that is really a time that I can like see myself and not being portrayed as like a stereotype or a caricature. And people that are writing stories that like resonate with me, and they're acting in ways and making decisions as characters that also resonate with me as a person and my sense of humor. So yeah, I think those are my top two as far as my inspos. I want to shout out to Shonda Rhimes because that is the goals as far as being a boss bitch.
That was fun as hell. A couple things. Go see Satirical Race Theory Saturdays at 10 p.m. It's a cool little show. Sometimes they have like music openers, stand-up openers, as you just seen, and it's all black improv. It's really something unique that's going on in the city, and I definitely see a lot of people who, you know, are mixing and mingling because of it, you know, that I feel that wouldn't have been connected before. So go see that. And then also, I produce a quarterly show called Deep End, A Distorted Experience. We just like a real eclectic crowd, all black as well. We doing improv, stand-up, sketch, music visuals in the back, you know, concert visuals. We got a live DJ. It's a house party, so come through. But thank you.
Appreciate y'all.